I left a job after 3 months, and I just found out they're closing their doors. I feel validated, not vindicated, not because I couldn't do the job. I could do the job, but because I saw something most people ignore. So let's talk about what toxic workplaces actually look like before they fall apart. Welcome back to Sip on This, the show where we talk about second acts, hard truths, and the moments that change everything. If this is your first time joining me, then welcome. I am your host, Deirdre Haggerty, an ICF certified coach and the founder of Coaching with Miss D, which offers life, relationship, and career coaching to help you align your values and vision for life. I am so excited you're joining me today to have a conversation, coffee or tea in hand, as we chat about life, careers, relationships, and all the little things that can shape who we are. I won't lecture you or tell you what to do. It's just the two of us in a coffee shop, chatting about topics that make us laugh or drive us nuts, like that feeling in your gut telling you to leave your job. So, I am not telling you to quit. I am talking about instincts, your instincts. And at 58 years old, I've really learned to trust my instincts. And I've lived what I'm about to talk to you about. Today, this is personal. So, this has happened a few times in my life where I've taken a job and I could just feel right off the top that there was something off. But it was when I got older and more confident that I felt comfortable walking away from a shit show. Not every place is wonderful, and not every place is as bad as what recently happened. But it happens to a lot of us, and some of us stay and some of us leave. So not long ago, I took a business management position at a popular franchise spa. I'm not naming the name. On paper, it was a fantastic opportunity. It was an established brand, a structured system, growth potential, great perks, 10-minute commute. Couldn't complain. Except for I had to work one day on the weekends. Not loving it, but not hating it. But within weeks, and I mean literal weeks, I knew. Not because of one big thing, but because of an accumulation of patterns that I noticed. And the patterns that were evident, they were there from the jump. So for the first 3 weeks, I trained in a much different location. And the friendlier they became, they were lovely in that location, the more they revealed about the organization as a whole, and specifically about the place that I was going into. And then when I entered the role in my location, oof. Now let me just start by saying I needed this job to fund my business. I wasn't taking loans out to fund my business. I will fund myself. So what I noticed right away, micromanagement everywhere. From the franchise owner to her regional manager down to the district manager. There was no trust. There was constant correction, leadership, and employee watching from overhead cameras. Instead of leading and coaching, there was terrible infighting. And the negative energy, it was palpable. You could feel it the second you walked in the door. I could feel it, so could clients. And yes, there were moments that made you go, did that shit really just happen? Like 10 times a day. It's literally what started this podcast, Sip on This. It started a morning rant, Sip on This, with the butt much sniveling rhetoric, a short, that was then followed by 2 episodes on micromanagement and professionalism, and I will link them here if you wanted to go back to that. Why am I rehashing this? Because of what I just learned. So I lasted 3 months before I walked out the door. But see, I could do that. I am not advocating you walk out of your job. I had support from my husband and a growing business. This position was funding the business. And now that my business was taking off, I could walk away from it. It funded the beginnings of my coaching. And that's what I'm trying to do, help you if you're in this position. So here's what people don't understand. Toxic workplaces don't fix themselves. They scale their dysfunction. They gaslight you. Micromanagement turns into burnout. Burnout turns into turnover. Turnover turns into instability. And eventually, the business cannot hold itself up anymore. And I heard the other night that this business, they're closing their doors in June. I didn't feel vindicated when I heard the news, but I sure as shit felt validated. Because when you've been in enough rooms, you learn how to read them. Sometimes after walking out, maybe we might ruminate of what could have been, what should have been. We second guess. But this proved it. And I knew upon seeing their books and the downward spiral from the year before I came that they would close. And I warned them. I warned the employees who worked under me. I did. Some believed me. Others did not. I feel bad for the good ones that stayed. They had no other choice. Some even believed they had a future with the company. So let me give you these real red flags, because this matters. If you're seeing this in your job, it's time to rethink that position. If you see leadership that controls instead of trusts, there's a high turnover that is normalized, there are employees who are afraid to speak up, there's constant correction, no development, no autonomy. If there are crazy ass cameras that are right on you and looking at your phone and listening to your conversations and are recording you, they are stalking you on social media. These are not growing pains. This is real structural problems. If you are sitting in a workplace right now thinking something feels off, those signs were really off. Let me say this clearly. You are not too sensitive. You are not expecting too much. You are paying attention. I heard recently on another podcast that our gut is a second brain. Trust it. Sometimes the smartest career move you can make is leaving before everyone else understands why. So sip on this. Not every opportunity is meant to last. Some are meant to show you what you will never tolerate again. If this hits home for you, this is exactly the work I do. Trust me, this is not an original story. Yeah, it's true. It's just not original. I guide people through career pivots. I hear these stories every day about toxic work environments, and I help build second acts. You can find me at coachingwithmissd.com to book a free discovery call. So please share this reminder with someone who is questioning their job. And please like, subscribe, and visit my website, coachingwithmissd.com, for more resources. And don't forget Mother's Day. If you believe a coach can help someone you love, I have gift cards available and other items such as adorable journals, mugs, and soy candles with a lovely message that says, embrace your unique journey. And remember, until next time, keep sipping, keep trusting your instincts, and live your life as your authentic self, your version, no one else's.